Oh my darling of the night, though I knew you weren't right, still I'd do whatever you decide. 'Cause your love was dangerous.
I've been vegan since April 2001, so coming up 10 years as a vegan, and I'm still alive. Because I had chronic fatigue, I had Crohn's disease, I had asthma, had skin flare-ups a lot. My ability to train consistently was up and down because chronic fatigue would come in. I'd be like, oh, I just got no energy, things like that. So, I had all these allergies coming up. And I had some good form, and bang, I'd just be like out, for a couple of months. So, so when I went vegan, all that disappeared. Chronic fatigue went, Crohn's went, skin issues went, digestive issues went. And I had anemia before I went vegan. So vegan helped by anemia. I don't have anemia anymore. My iron status is always good. I do regular blood tests. 2006, I went to Doug Graham's Health and Fitness Week, which I highly recommend. That's normally in Seattle. You can Google up Doug Graham Health and Fitness Week. I went there and I learned how much fat is enough fat and how much fat is too much fat or too little fat. So 2006, late 2006 was when I really started to have a conscious effort of raw foods and eating low fat. Before that, it was sort of like as long as it's raw, it's sort of healthy, which was okay for a very very short period. But soon my athletic performance wasn't as good as it could have been, and looking back, I can see why I was eating too much fat. So that's why I decided to become is health, because I'm a health nut. That's why I'm vegan, and athletic performance. You know what I mean? And that way you'll be a better example of veganism, which is dominating in life and sport, etc. Drug free, having fun. Do you literally eat 30 bananas a day? Sometimes more. I had about 17 large bananas. Here we go. I've got a banana in my pocket. Never leave home without a banana in your pocket. You know what I mean? So I've had about 17 of these bad boys already this morning. Yeah, top bit to the ants. So literally, do I eat that many bananas? Definitely. I don't just eat bananas. I eat melons, figs, grapes, dates, durians, jackfruits, chumperdacks, rolinias, mamey, canistel, inga bean, ice cream bean, mabolo, nectarines, peaches, blah blah blah, cherries. All these things. But I like bananas because they're easy to get. They taste good. When they're ripe. Easy to get organic. Digest as a treat. High calorie. High nutrition. High fun. Just peel it, eat, bang, you're off the, you're ready to rock. So my record is 72 large bananas. Dates and bananas are rice and pasta for the raw fooder, regardless if you're athletic or not. Seaweeds I've had a few times in the last year, and I went for a 2-year period with no salt or seaweed. And then in the last year, I've just had bits and pieces. Someone might make up a little bit of food for me, a bit of raw food with a bit of salt or seaweed in it. If it's not too much in there, I'll eat it. Cool with that. A few times a year. Seeds and nuts, again, seeds and nuts would be more than seaweed or salt. So instead of having it just a few times a year, I'll probably have seeds and nuts, a few times a month maybe. But definitely very, very low amounts. It's still going to be objective, under 10% of my total calories will be coming from fat. So over the year, probably 1 to 2% of my total calories coming from nuts and seeds, maybe even less. I just find if I want to eat nuts and seeds in amounts, then I'm not eating enough fruits. Nuts and seeds are good, but fruits and vegetables are just better. In a world of good, great, better, and best, why not go best, when you can get it. Yes, I take a vitamin B12 supplement. It's the only supplement I do take. I do injectable form, 1,000 milligrams of hydroxycobalamin. People are like, oh, yeah, that's an omission because your vegan diet doesn't work. And it's like, well, actually, that's not true at all because 39% of the US population is actually B12 deficient or borderline, according to a recent Tufts University study. So anyone that says, oh, you've got to take a B12 supplement because you're vegan, wouldn't have a clue, because if that was the case, then only vegans would have B12 deficiencies, but we see the exact opposite of that. We see the reality is that people can have B12 issues regardless of diet. For me, my body lacks intrinsic factor to produce the absorption for B12. So all my cyclist buddies, they all do B12 injections, you know what I mean? And none of them are vegan. I've got a housemate, great guy, Clint. He's got a B12 deficiency. He eats more raw, organic, grass-fed, wild, local animals than anybody I've ever met. And his B12 serum is still borderline deficient, under varies You know what I mean? So it's, people just don't understand that one. Take a supplement if it's a concern for you, and don't think that eating animal products is going to help it, because if it did, then only vegans would have B12 issues, but we see the opposite is true. Everybody can have a B12 issue. Superfoods, I don't take superfoods, but I do eat goji berries on occasion, because I think they're super. No, I think they're tasty, and but you won't see me paying the crazy amounts for them, because I think they're just as good as any other fruit. A nice little sweet thing. Typical days, wake up, do a little bit of exercise, maybe a bit of cleaning around the place, or clean my bike, or go for a bike ride for an hour, or half an hour, or 2 hours, depending on what training I'm into that week. Food-wise, I like to eat early as possible. I like to drink a litre of water upon rising, or a quart of water upon rising. Then I go and do my exercise, and I'll always take a banana or a date with me and eat that after I drink my water. Just so my body's not going, oh my God, we haven't eaten for 12 hours, now we're exercising, like what's going on here? So always eating a lot of food. Generally it's 3 meals a day, you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3, I can still count. Man, today was a wicked training session this morning. 3 meals a day, typically breakfast, lunch and dinner. And I'll have, you know, anywhere between 1,000 to 3,000 calories per meal, depending on how much I'm feeling like. But I always make sure I eat a lot of calories, and I like to have big meals so I can just be done and then get on with the next thing, you know what I mean? Rather than having a little snack and go, oh, you know, I'm still hungry, you know what I mean? I just have generally, when I'm having a meal, I have a big meal, and if I'm going out riding and I can't have a big meal, I bring my snacks with me and then come home and have a big meal. Another reason is why a lot of people fail is they don't want to count calories. They don't want to eat enough. They just think, oh, if I just eat like a green smoothie with 2 bananas and a bit of spinach and half a mango, and that will sustain me forever because it's raw food and it's got prana and nutrition and it's raw, so it's like more enzymes, isn't it? Because eating 500 or 1,500 calories a day, they're going to hit walls big time. You're going to hit a wall if you undereat. So learn your calories so you eat enough. 3,000 calories a day plus is what I'm recommending for an adult. Unless you're sitting in a chair, meditating for 18 hours a day, have no kids, no business, no life, no exercise, no muscle, whatever, no goals, then eat less, by all means. If you want to live more, eat more. If you want to thrive on a raw food lifestyle or a health food lifestyle, eat as much carbohydrate calories as you care for. You know, 10 grams of carbs per kilo per day. If you're eating rice, cool, eat 10 grams of carbs per kilo per day. If you're eating bananas, better. You know, sweet fruit's best. You know, fruit's your friend, carbs are king. Get it in, 10 grams a day per kilo of body weight per day. Crunch it in. If you want to thrive, if you want to go up and get flailing, emaciated, binge-prone, depressed, insane, stimulant-dependent, eventually obese, then undereat your calories. If you want to live hard, eat hard. Fruit's your friend, chow it down. Health is like how you feel. I've got drug-free energy. This is not cacao. This is not organic coffee. This is not green tea vibrance. This is like lots of sleep, lots of carbs, lots of water, lots of sun, fun, living your purpose, energy I'm giving you right now. So my definition of health is feeling good. You know what I mean? Is better than what you were. You know, because if you compare yourself with other people, it's easy to feel good or feel bad.
'Cause your love was dangerous. Yeah, your love was dangerous, and I was into taking risks.